Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Off the Rails. And tonight we are going to go swimming in the mystical swamps of social media. And I'm the gator that's going to bite your ass and make your life a living hell if this is something that you adhere to on a regular basis. Now, as usual, I'm going to talk about two different things, but unlike previous ones, I cannot think of a lesser of the two god-awful supernatural romance movies that I'm forced to sit through without alcohol and the promise of a reward for my good services. So I'm just going to go start with the most recent of the two, and that is what I call the Gospel of Chicken Little. Everybody, of course, wants to make sure that their privacy is intact and there's no breach of confidence and so on and so forth. So let me just say this right out of the gate. If you're posting something on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, even if your privacy settings are set to private or friends only, you're still posting it under the risk that it can get tapped into and reposted. That is what happens on social media. I mean, hell, even if you have a blog like LiveJournal or DeadJournal, God, that really dates me now that I think about it, or WordPress, whatever you post, there is a risk that it will get posted, whether you like it or not. That being said, more recently, I am seeing statuses on Facebook by various people saying, by posting this, I adhere to the fact that I do not authorize Facebook to post all previous messages, statuses, pictures, no matter what the privacy setting has been adhered to, in accordance with some bogus law, complete with nice fancy script, clause, paragraph, sentence, so on and so forth, under this domain and so on, blah, 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 blah. And the only way that you can prevent Facebook or social media from making all of your records public is by copying and pasting that whole status. You can't share it. You can't even send some sort of message to Facebook saying this. You have to copy and paste it. Otherwise, by X amount of date, all your records will be public. Even the ones you have deleted years ago. I'm sorry, guys. Let's talk about something called fact-checking. I can guarantee there would be lawsuits up to wazoo if Facebook decided to, all of a sudden, without sending a message to every single Facebook user that in X amount of time you will do this. They have already done things like this in the past, where people were saying that unless you post something, Facebook will charge for membership once a month. And you know what Facebook did? They posted something saying that's never going to be the case, and they also said something along the lines when you go to the facebook.com that it will always be free. Secondly, you have a way on Facebook to privatize certain things, from who can view your posts, who can view your page, who can view anything. So I don't think it's going to be much of a concern at all that this sort of social media sky is falling disasterbation abomination is going to happen. Secondly, even if that was the case, there would Facebook and all the people that work for Facebook, I know I keep going back to Facebook, but I only use Facebook and YouTube as my social media sources. I have better things to do than troll every social media outlet to try and increase my load. I'm sorry, guys, but even if Facebook does say this is what's going to happen, it's going to let you click a box saying do not release. It's not going to be copy and paste this paragraph, because with the millions of people who have signed up for Facebook or social media in general and billions of posts per day, they have no way, no matter how sharp the algorithm, unless this algorithm works for Skynet, I don't think it's possible. I'm sorry, guys. Let's do something called fact-checking. If that was the case, I would get a lot more viewers, because check this action out. So, in accordance with social media law governing the sharing of posts and videos, particularly that through YouTube, under paragraph 5, clause A, subsentence 1 through 4, every time you see a Sonic Boogie Reviews or Off the Rails post entry, you have to like it, post it to all your social media sites, and if you don't, we will track you down, find you, tie you to a chair, glue your eyes open like Malcolm McDowell from Clockwork Orange, and force you to watch Troll 2. Believe me, you're getting off a lot easy watching Troll 2. I can think of a lot worse movies. So things like that, guys. Before you do a panic, oh my god, the sky is falling, because you think your privacy is going to be breached, do something called fact-checking. It takes 30 seconds, and you can even just go to Google or any kind of other aggregate, or even like Reddit or people that actually know what's going on, and double-check that. So that's category 1. And I think that's just something that people just need to be aware about. So number 2, the one that's been going back the most, and the thing that drives me up the wall, are the join or die posts. You know what I'm talking about. Picture the American flag saying 9 out of 10 people will ignore this. Like and share this if you're a true patriot. Ignore it if you don't give a damn about our country. Or cancer kills. Like and share this post. Or you don't care if cancer is going to come up and kill somebody. Or just these tug at the heartstring things that are just going to get your guilt unless you do this. I call that the lazy way out. And I've been born into Catholic guilt, so I know a thing or two about being guilted into doing something. And frankly, if I was so hell-bent on doing a cause, then the last thing I would do is simply share or like a picture of feet in the sand saying that you don't believe that Celtic foot should be outlawed. If I did do something like that, it would be saying there is an event on Ormond Beach celebrating the praise of Celtic foot. And I did this, and if you are pro-Celtic foot, you will actually come to this event with me. Not just a like or share. That is the laziest approach ever. And the people that have these join or die things are the biggest hypocrites of them all. I like a lot of things. I like romance, I like cooking, I like bourbon, I like wine. But I'm not going to do some sort of picture of a hand holding a human heart saying like and share this if you believe in love. If not, you're apathetic or you don't care. Guys, get with the program. If that's all you're doing, you don't give a shit. You are just following the zombies in the mall to simply make you feel better about yourself. It's like the new version of chain letters, like, you receive this letter, you will fall in love. Now you must send this to 10 people. If you don't do so, and you break this in the next week and a half, you will be loveless for the rest of your life. Or a manatee will die. Or you will get food poisoning. The list goes on. I'm sorry, Fleetwood Mac already said they can still hear you saying you will never break the chain. And I've broken the chain many a time, and I'm proud of it. There are so many better things to do with your time than simply like or share a post just because somebody tells you to do so. If I tell you to go in the kitchen, find a jug of spoiled milk, and chug it because it shows that you're pro farm to table, would you do it? If you do, I applaud you, and then tell you to go straight to the toilet. But I'm not going to, because I've got an IQ, and I've got something called common sense. So that being said, do what you want on social media. But don't expect me to jump on the bandwagon along with people with half a brain in their skulls, simply because you tell them to. I love my country. I am deeply religious. I am pro a lot of things, but the one thing I am not pro is joining the flock. Fact check, double check, and if it's something you're passionate about, do it. Don't just post it. So that being said, that calls it another night for me. So, like and share this 10 times. If you don't, your YouTube account will be shut down. Hey yo, good night.